Parkinson's disease and EEG. Neurofeedback. Is neurofeedback the right choice for someone with Parkinson's? Why does neurofeedback slow the development of Parkinson's? So, what is neurofeedback? Neurofeedback is an exercise you do to coordinate brain function. It is not a treatment that somebody does for you. It is similar in philosophy to yoga or meditation, in that it requires quiet concentration. It is different because you are rewarded for changing your own brain waves. You learn to follow a path of rewards and corrections to get brain waves right. At a practical level, neurofeedback training is just like other physical training exercise. These special exercises are repeated to strengthen brain waves and neural circuits that control muscles and improve balance. How does this apply to Parkinson's? Parkinson's is a progressive disorder of deep brain circuits affecting motor function. So how does someone become aware that he or she is on target with neurofeedback? What are you sensing? It's hard to describe. It is like learning to know when you connect with a baseball at 90 miles an hour. This task is neurofeedback for tremor reduction, for reducing shuffling, for reducing anxiety about walking, falling, and waking with brain fog. Maybe you are skeptical. Is neurofeedback really any good? For example, how does neurofeedback improve the ability to move? It improves balance. Balance gets dramatically better with neurofeedback. For example, check out a recent study. This study was done by Parkinson. The study was entitled Neurofeedback and Physical Balance in Parkinson's Disease, and was published in the journal Gait and Posture, Science Digest, in 2017. Balance was determined using the Berg Balance Scale, a standard measure for physical therapists. The Berg Balance Scale measures how many seconds a person can stay balanced on one leg. Before neurofeedback training, people with Parkinson's did poorly. Dynamic balance was sustained for only 17 seconds. After training, dynamic balance was sustained for an astonishing 46 seconds, about 3 times longer. That's a major improvement. Furthermore, the improvement in balance is also seen in studies on better posture, increased flexibility, and reduced tremors. So if you want to function as well as you can, neurofeedback is worth looking into. If you are trained in an office environment, no additional equipment costs are needed. Home training is different. We like home units because they seem to be the best way to train for those with Parkinson's. This neurofeedback system is portable and user-friendly. Ready? The program checks that the electrodes are functioning properly and are in the right place. Your brain waves control the display. When you meet criteria for a reward, the display responds immediately. The video screen will get brighter. The circles will merge and expand. The volume of the multimedia presentation increases. As the brain waves dance around, the video grows dimmer or brighter, and the circles merge. The circles will divide or emerge, expand or contract. Focus on making the circles line up and the picture staying bright. It will be hard at first. That is why you need a trainer. After you have repeated this several times, it will get easier. This is a lot like golf or tennis training. These circles will vary a lot because brain waves are always active. Look closely. See the circles? The circles are still not lining up. The video dims, as well. The correct brain wave state is close but not yet perfect. Would you look at that? The circles are still not quite together. One of the circles are now out of center on the other side, the other way. This kind of brain wave shifting is natural. Just bring your focus back to the task at hand and try again to make all the circles stack on top. It is not difficult, but you must explore several strategies to make it work consistently. Be prepared to try any corrections suggested by your coach. All the circles are now lined up. And the video is bright. This is perfect. Now all the bands line up the way you want, and everything is good. This condition will not be stable. Brain waves will wax and wane naturally. With further training, target brain waves will occur more frequently, above the natural state where they naturally wax and wane. You come to develop a sixth sense, as feeling when the bands link together. It is hard to describe. It is like learning to know when you connect with a baseball at 90 miles an hour. Okay. Imagine the session is over. How did you do? Clients, we can monitor your progress and coach you in real time or after the session, by text, by phone or by email. To review, neurofeedback training at home is done under the supervision of a coach, typically a psychologist or physical therapist. Here we feature a Muse headband as a neurofeedback device. It has all the features of larger neurofeedback units at an affordable price. It allows you to be guided on an unusual journey by a professional who is skilled at teaching someone how to voluntarily modify their brain waves. We recommend that you track your ups and downs. Tracking is important because it allows your coach to make corrections. These include tracking activities, tracking feelings, tracking sleep, and tracking medications. They also include tracking your brainwave exercises. Track your brainwaves, too. Tracking is another kind of feedback, information feedback. Tracking is part of your training. In this example, you can see that the amplitudes of brainwaves improved over sessions. We are almost done. Before I go, I'd like to end with a few comments. Decades ago, Dr. Grove's mother had Parkinson's. Medications did not help. He found a few studies on Parkinson's and neurofeedback and started daily neurofeedback training. This little exercise allowed her to lead a near-normal life until she died a few years later. So research on neurofeedback for Parkinson's is over 20 years old and is very solid. And I hope to provide a forum to publicize the potential benefits of alternative treatments like neurofeedback. Now, here are the final points. Professionals familiar with neurofeedback for Parkinson's recommend you keep in mind 3 things. Practice at least 3 times a week if you go to an office. Reassess as needed. Better, practice once or twice a day if you have a home unit. Get a coach. Try it for at least a month. Make it a habit. Track your progress. Expect good and bad days. Monitor your tremors, mood, sleep, brain fog and medications. Finally, stay active, stay healthy, work out, socialize, practice sleep hygiene and learn to count your blessings. Thanks for listening.